And we are back, episode 19 this week of the Split Screen Experience. As always, I'm Andrew, and also always joined by my extremely talented friends.
Harmon?
Jarrett, or who people call me from beyond the ether, J Money.
That's all I hear, every time I close my eyes, the voices whisper to me, J Money, J Money.
Yes.
That's what they know.
No one knows it. No one wants it.
You know you like it.
Trying to think, do we have any big gaming news yet? I know we're all on the precipice of the Xbox showcase, which should be a lot of stuff.
We have
But-
the Dreadful full release in June 9th.
Coming in 2026.
No,
it'll be this year.
it's
it'll be this
definitely
year.
going to be this year because if you can see it on the Xbox store, there's usually it's a good chance it's coming out here soon.
I didn't even know it was showing up on the Xbox store.
I
Hopefully.
texted you.
Oh, well, that was probably one of those times where it went in my brain and it didn't register.
Right over the smooth brain.
Yes.
Send a TikTok video as well.
I have selective smooth brain syndrome.
Yeah, that we're painfully aware of.
Yeah, because it'll either be fall this year, maybe holiday. I feel like we don't get holiday releases anymore. As a side note, do we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just feel. Honestly, I haven't seen a game release on Christmas or any Christmas time. Right, I haven't seen that in a while.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I know Bethesda, they usually have their weird release of early November, so it's not technically Thanksgiving time.
Right. Yeah. I was when I said that, I was come to think of it, I don't think we really get those anymore, but I would say somewhere in the fall holiday to maybe first quarter next year. That would be the latest, I would guess. But hopefully it's good. Inquisition was awesome. So
Inquisition is still great. Game of the year 2014.
yeah.
10 years later, I'm still playing it.
Yeah, it puts the whole franchise. I don't want to say to shame. It's hard when we have a newer game come out. It should be better, graphically, performance wise, system wise, development standards, go up. However, I did play Dragon Age 2 before Inquisition, and I didn't finish 2, but I really liked Inquisition. So
No, I really need to buckle down and finish or actually play through the first two games because I think I tried a couple years ago and I was just getting my ass kicked left and right, and I was this is a lot different than Inquisition. Maybe I'm just bad, but I need to really evaluate what I'm doing here.
The same thing it's the same for Origins, the first Dragon Age. If you didn't know what you were doing and you were playing on even normal difficulty, you're going to get your ass kicked.
yeah. What happened to him? He died.
They did not sugarcoat it early. Inquisition, I feel like you can experiment with it in the lower difficulties. You'll still have a fun time and beat the game, no problem.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. Which, that freedom is nice, I will say. You're not hard locked into if you play this way, then it makes sense. But if you don't play that way, then you're going to get touched. It's that's kind of miserable in a lot of games. I guess we have that. Oh, I guess the last headline I think I saw, and Jarrett and I talked about it yesterday. The studio behind Just Cause is shutting down 2 of their office locations, which means 50 people are unfortunately without jobs. Let me preface this by saying it is always unfortunate because when we're talking about the games industry, a lot of people forget we're talking about a lot of people, not just the consumers, but the developers, of all levels, they are what give us our entertainment. And now 50 of them are without jobs. That being said, Just Cause is not a franchise that I think is going to exist anymore anyway. It's always been very gameplay focused and really not a lot of story. It's here's a new island, go liberate it from a dictator, the end. It's like how Sniper Elite keeps coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only snipe Hitler's balls so many times before you're okay, I'm kind of over it a little bit. I mean, it's always still a little funny, but
Right. No, I really enjoyed playing. I think the game I really played the most was Just Cause 3.
Mhm.
I had a blast just kind of zipping around and parachuting around, doing that kind of stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah.
It just felt like the story was just a little weaker than what I would kind of expect because I'm pretty far on the camp of like enjoying like very good story games over kind of like hacking and slashing, but I do enjoy that, but I think story kind of get edges out for me.
Like your favorite Fallout 76 song?
Absolutely not.
Yacky, smacky, smacky.
That just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Literally, I'm just enjoying like literally any other song on that track, and then that piece of shit song comes on. It's like, well, I'm just gonna turn off my radio, and then I'll forget my radio's off for a solid 30 minutes, and then I'll be like, I don't have my radio on. I
And
wonder
then you
why
turn
that is. And then I
you
turn
turn
it
it
on, and
back
then
on.
it's the other side of that record, and I'm like, I'm gonna literally lose it.
Yeah, there's no getting away from Butcher Pete. That song is half the reason why I hated the Fallout 4 radio. That and then what was it, Travis?
But hey guys, it's
Yeah.
this is Diamond City Radio coming at you.
Oh, you gotta do the quest to make him better.
It doesn't even get
No.
that much better. You go from the what's the Mr. New Vegas to that, like, or even
You got Three
what's his
Dog.
name?
Yeah.
Don't
Three
forget,
Dog.
Three
Yeah, yeah.
Dog. Bow wow.
don't forget about Three Dog.
He's
He-
the best part of Fallout 3. Like,
No.
unironically.
No, the best part of Fallout 3 is
Don't say what you're gonna
Operation
say.
Anchorage.
Oh, okay, never mind. That is good. When you get the set of power armor at the end that's bugged out because it's the simulation version.
Yeah, so it doesn't break at
Yeah.
all.
It's got like
Which-
20 million HP or whatever. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I
Yeah.
don't need to repair it when I just have the winterized T-51B power armor.
I thought you were gonna bring up Harold for the record. I thought that's what you were gonna say is the best
tree?
part of Fallout 3. Yeah.
No.
He's-
That poor bastard just wants to die, and his cult doesn't want him to die.
I need your help. I need you to kill me. That's why in Fallout 4, I will always, upon arriving at Diamond City, I will start flirting with Piper. I will break into the radio station and I will kill Travis. That way Shane Kowalski takes over, who's also annoying, but he doesn't annoy me as much.
I didn't realize someone took over. I've never killed him.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
because
realize that
he comes
happened.
on the radio and starts advertising water.
Yeah, I've never done that before, but now I kind of wish I did.
That's literally, as soon as I found out that's what happened, every subsequent playthrough became, well, sorry Travis, screwing on a silencer in his little like trailer. Click, gone.
Andrew downloaded that minigun mini nuke mod, where he
What
just
makes it
plays.
Sean?
No. Have you seen that video where the guy's like on top of Diamond City and he has a minigun and just shoots out like a ton of
Oh,
mini nukes?
yeah. No, I
Crash
have seen that.
Fucking PC.
Yeah, it breaks like a $3,000 computer.
Because he was like, yeah, what if we just do all this? There will be no repercussions, surely.
Like, do you smell something burning?
Oh shit, I'm burning.
You know the one Fallout mod that I stand by to this day should be in the base game somehow is the one that lets you hawk mini nukes like a football.
Honestly.
See, I thought you were going to say dog meat plus another companion.
Well,
That
that
too.
yeah. Yeah. Also that, yeah.
'Cause that just feels essential.
Yeah,
I like
'cause,
dog
like,
meat, but I want to also run around with Nick.
yeah, like, I don't know why they got rid of, because, like, yeah, like, 3 and New Vegas, I believe, both let you have dog and person, right?
hmm
I know New Vegas does. I couldn't remember if 3 did, but I thought so.
Yeah,
It's
because if
like,
dog meat dies in 3, you can get the perk dog meats puppies.
oh, right.
And because in that game, they're like, yeah, we don't care about your companions. If they die, they die.
Yeah. Which, not the way to go for those, I don't think.
No,
But
and it sucked when they were carrying a ton of stuff and you die or they die and you have to pick it all up and just waddle your ass to the nearest merchant.
you take your encumbered ass home.
Just casually 300 pounds overweight, like slowly walk. Or just no stamina at all.
It's just a guy shuffling his feet across the wasteland, like not able to pick them up at all, just kind of trying to like building up static charge pretty much.
That'd be kind of funny if they just pretty much added a meme perk where it's like, oh yeah, this perk is called Crab Shuffler, and basically whenever you're over encumbered, you gain like a plus 50% resistant to damage as you're going to your next merchant.
Hey, it would work. It would work.
I think it
But yeah,
should. Well, I think if you decide you're going to carry that much weight, that's on you.
I like carrying the entire kitchen sink with me. In Skyrim, I like to have 3 sets of armor, so I could have it for pretty much any occasion.
and 40 wooden bowls,
Yes,
35,000 pounds of dragon bones. Like,
and about 20 cheese wheels.
yeah.
And
See, I always try to have the least amount of weight as possible. I do not try to have a high weight.
Early on, I'm like Jarrett, but later on, I'm like you because early on, I just try to get as many things so I can like, if it's like Fallout, I can scrap it. If it's Skyrim, I can sell it. And then after that, once I have like an initial stockpile of gold or resources, then I kind of stop picking up everything unless it's like insanely important to me.
The only time on Skyrim I went full Collectomaniac is with the mod Tundra Defense, which if you guys haven't seen it or played it,
Nope.
it's basically allows you to create your own settlement and defend it from like raids. And the raids either can be triggered manually or automatically. You can hire guards, have citizens, shopkeepers, and it's a lot of fun. Does not run very well on Xbox, I will say, but that seems to be the case with most mods.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. So I'll go I'll go raid a bandit camp and collect all their armor and outfit my guards to survive for 2 seconds longer because the bandits don't have anything good.
speaking of mods for Skyrim, I heard that some kind of mod that they've had in development for I think like 10 years or something is like supposed to be launched sometime this year. I think it's called Lord Bound or something like that. And I think it adds like I want to say they said like 40 to 60 hours of new content or something. But
Huh.
I'm sure that'll only be available on PC or something, but hopefully it's available to be accessed on the console.
There's no way it will be, and you know that.
I know. It's wishful thinking at this point. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and drop $1,000 into about building a PC.
Yep. I think we're all in that kind of boat right now.
Well, the way things are going, it's about to be $2,000.
Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine we could probably build like a computer with like $1,500 and it'd be good enough to do most of the things we want it to do. Right?
Probably.
Alright.
Like I'm not saying you could probably run it everything at like pretty good stat. You would definitely be able to hit 60 FPS with a $1,500 computer, but you might not be able to run like Cyberpunk with ultra ray tracing and all these mods that make everything look like real life. And it's like, okay, well that's how your graphics card catches on fire. But yeah, like
Mother your
Yes.
CPU with thermal paste.
thermal paste is gonna explode up onto your face and make you like Two-Face.
Pretty
Like,
much.
no.
Oh no, Harvey, no! I want some of your soup.
With heads, you die. Tails, you live. 3, we drink hot chocolate together.
Here's my D20 sided die. 1, you live. 2, you die. All the others, you get to drink hot chocolate together.
I love that sketch so much.
I mean, this
The
sounds
Robot Chicken, Star Wars, and Super stuff is always gold. Like,
like Stormtrooper.
my lord.
Stormtrooper.
Ah,
Go fuck yourself. Aw. I love
hey,
the
hold the elevator. Hold the elevator. What's your authorization? Oh, my number is 1, 2. Eat my ass. It's the door.
They're just great. I love the one where like Vader calls him as soon as the Death Star blows up.
What? Who's they? What the hell is an aluminum falcon? Alright, so who's left? Are you shitting me?
Oh, just build another one? Who's gonna give me the money, jackhole? You got an ATM on that light bright on your chest?
Oh, now he's crying. Now he's crying.
But
Bring your
Panda
sorry,
or Panda Bear or whatever the hell your name is.
bring your 6'2" asthmatic ass back here. Still crying about Patamale or Panda Bear, whatever the hell her name was. So
The skit-
fucking funny.
The skits were great. We need to go back to them. They need to make some more. I feel like there's a lot of material with the sequels that they could use.
They made a small snip. I think it might have only been episode 7 that they made fun of that I saw, but they definitely did make fun of at least part of the sequel trilogy, which was very cash money of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have any other headlines, but I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tirade here unless someone else has something they want to talk about.
I guess recently, or like recent as of yesterday, Dead by Daylight or DVD has released their D&D update, which we've
Mhm.
been playing a little bit of that. Overall, I think it's been pretty fun. I mean, I think it's really cool that like with the killer or Vecna, that you get to be able to open killer specific or chests to get like items and rare items that make you have abilities, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
The new map's cool, other than that one pallet that's just sitting there in the random open doing nothing. But
That
you
doesn't
know,
connect to anything.
yes.
They knew what they were doing. It's to
The
help stop loops.
the underground of that map is very cool. Like that's probably
Mhm.
one of my favorite designs in a map, at least in terms of aesthetic. I haven't really played down there a whole lot. I was looping Avecna down there pretty successfully for a while because this map also features built-in portals, which is cool. So I hope we see more stuff like that moving forward. We saw with the wreckage of the Nostromo that they are willing to add like map specific things. So hopefully that continues.
I was just about to bring that up. Behavior seems to want to add more map specific actions,
Hmm.
and I think it could be really cool.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot more to like the game. That's instead of it just being like you're facing a hillbilly on the cowshed or you're facing a hillbilly on Haddonfield. It's like, okay, well now on this map you can slow him down with this like gas trap, and oh, you can loop him through these portals that he can also take. But like it allows for them to also have a much more dynamic map
Mhm.
design with those.
Okay, so what's this tirade you were gonna go on?
Oh yeah. So recently I finished my rewatching of Red versus Blue and then watched the new movie, which for anyone out there, go watch it. If you ever liked Red versus Blue, get caught up and then watch that movie. Great. But yesterday I was just kind of hanging out while I was working on some future project stuff for Odd Horizons. I was like, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm just going to play some Halo multiplayer. And I was looking at the list and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and play like old Halo, like Combat Evolved multiplayer. And let me tell you what, when I was sitting there playing that, and eventually I did put back on some early seasons of Red versus Blue in the background while I was playing it, I miss Halo so much. And like, I never got a chance to really play like Halo 1 multiplayer. The earliest Halo that I ever got like a sliver of playing was like a little bit of Halo 2. Mainly it was like 3. But I was like, man, like, this is just fun. And like, I mean, Halo 3 is still fun multiplayer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh well, it was purist in the first game. Nothing like that. It's just old Halo in general was so much fun, and it sucks that I feel like we're never gonna get back there, like at all.
What happens? That's what happens when, oh yeah, we promise this Halo is going to be played for years to come, and then you wait like what was it, like a year or two to even get forward into the game. So you
Yeah,
beat the game and then you're like, okay, what now?
and like I know I'm probably in the minority on this one, but like one of my biggest things with Halo, my part of my core identity with the franchise and where it resonates with me is designing my Spartan to look how I want. Well, Infinite doesn't really let you do that unless you want to fork over money because the multiplayer is free to play, even though I kind of disagree with that. I would have rather have spent money on the game or gotten it because I have Game Pass than, all these systems that are very aggressive microtransactions. I've heard they've gotten better about it. I did click back in on Infinite about a month ago now, or half a month ago, and I downloaded it, played a couple games. Immediately the next day, it was like, here's a new update for this game. We need to clear out another 45 gigs on your internal. I told it to kick rocks, so it deleted. And it did look like the pricing was a little bit better, but it's like, man, like, you are one of the, you're like the forefather of modern FPS multiplayer stuff. Like, you're like a godfather of gaming. And to now see you, like, basically in the retirement home, because someone put out a statistic the other day, there are more people, which, like, I'll add a caveat to this after I'm done, but there were more people playing the Master Chief Collection in the last couple months than there are people playing Infinite. Now, obviously, Master Chief Collection has 5 Halo games in it, or no, 6?
6.
Yeah, that's right, because they added ODST as well. So, like, 6 games, so obviously there's 6 campaigns that people will come back to. Obviously, Halo was known for their incredible campaigns, especially, my boy Reach. I love you. I need you. But it's like there's 6 games of, multiplayer in there. So there's a lot of people that will stay in that space, is what I'm saying, for the nostalgia factor. It's the one they like, yada yada yada. But it's like, but shouldn't there be more people playing this game that's free to play, and it's newer and all these things? It's the one that's still getting content dropped into it, like, religiously, or not religiously, but like actively. Master Chief Collection gets a bump here and there, because they have a small team doing that. And it's like, there's more people playing that one. So what were we thinking? It didn't resonate. Like,
I think, like, I appreciate that they decided to try something new with the whole, like, it's an open world, you can, but at the same time, they went too far. They got burned when they got too close to the sun with, like, Far Cry, because it feels like, honestly, for me, it felt like it was a Far Cry game, kind of.
mhm.
Like, you're just going around, oh yeah, I gotta liberate this, and it's like, personally, I liked Halo as, like, a linear story. Like, you just get pushed from one mission to the next, and you do whatever's in that mission area. Maybe they should have done something like that. Maybe a slightly bigger map, but, like, not just a huge free roam kind of deal. But maybe I'm old fashioned that way.
No, like, I won't say you're old fashioned. I think open world Halo can work, but you didn't do enough to justify an open world, which is the problem a bunch of developers have had in, like, the last, I would say, probably 6 years, where we've seen a lot of games that are open world that don't really need to be, because, oh, well, you can explore the open world and find the lockers, which have, like, some gear that you can equip in multiplayer. It's like, okay, that's cool. What else? It's like, oh, you can find these data pads, which are in pretty much the same spot every time at a comm tower or whatever. So it's like, oh, okay. Sure, we can hear about Spartan Locke, that bastard, you know, rotten hell. But I don't know. It just, like, I think the campaign of Infinite it's like a very middle of the road
Right.
campaign. Like, there are worse ones and there are definitely better ones. I wasn't, like, angry that I played it, but I probably won't go back and replay it.
Yeah, like, the story was, I didn't mind the story. It was all right, and
Yeah.
I think it was just more like, after finishing the story, it was just kind of like, okay, I guess I can go into multiplayer. Proceed to get shit on immediately by all the sweats, and then you're like, all right, maybe I can try Forge. Oh, that's not out yet. Never mind. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, now, like, they did do some things cool that it's like some other games sound like they're gonna start taking inspiration from, like, the fact that you can buy battle passes at any time, you can choose when you're gonna complete them, you're not on a time constraint. I think that is a very cool model moving forward, because admittedly it is kind of stupid to be like, yeah, our devs spent this much time working on 60 levels of a content pass, to then just be like, oh, well, you were a month late to the party, you don't get to experience it now. Flip them off. It's like, oh, okay, well, I get it creates the FOMO, where that's what's going to drive the sales and keep people in, sort of, but I don't know. I bought the first pass was Reach, so I bought it immediately. I still have not finished it because the initial earning for the battle pass was horrible, where you'd only get progress for a daily challenge, and then I think you had 1 weekly or 3 weeklies. You didn't have a lot to earn versus now, like you get it from actually like playing,
Right.
which is definitely good. But yeah, I don't know. I hope we see it come back. It's an important franchise to a lot of people. Armin, I know you were, born and raised in Blood Gulch pretty much. Hopefully Microsoft announces something in the next couple of years and we have something to look forward to.
Hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully the golden age is going to come back.
Fingers crossed, because yeah, literally when I was playing, because like even though it's like Halo 1, my last tirade about Halo 1, even if like you were getting like spawn killed, like if you died, you spawn back into like a really bad spot, because a lot of the Halo 1 maps are very small. So odds are someone is going to be looking at the area you're spawning in. And even if I died like that, I didn't care. Like I'm not worried about like my KD super hard in those games. And so unless it's like Slayer, then I care, because obviously giving your enemy team points is, not cool. But like Capture Flag, I don't care if I go 0-13. If we win, if I scored the flag, I don't care. I did my part. But yeah, even though it wasn't balanced, it worked. But we'll see.
We shall see.
Yeah, I think with that though, I think we are going to wrap it up.
Yep.
A bit of a shorter episode this week, but we got things to do. Andrew hasn't been feeling the greatest.
Correct.
But we still wanted to get an episode out. But as always, it's been episode 19 of the Split Screen Experience. We appreciate you guys making it this far into the podcast. We hope you do it to all the other ones. But I'm Harmon, joined alongside the others.
Andrew.
Jarrett, and for those select few, J Money.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
See you, everyone.